Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and this time we're going to look at a game called Aurail, or Aurail. It's spelled A-U-R-A-I-L, and this was created by a company called Westone and licensed to Sega in 1990. And Westone was founded by Ryuichi Nishizawa and Michishito Ishizuka. And Westone was created by part of their names. Nishizawa, Nishi means west, and Ishizuka, Ishi means stone. So there you have Weststone, or Westone, excuse me. But this is sort of a tank warfare type of game, and it's kind of reminiscent of Assault, which was created by Namco in 1988. But your tank is kind of like a robot. You can see its legs moving instead of, just treads. But there will be enemy robots and stuff that you have to take on. You can pick up this sort of drone that I believe they call a transom, and it can fire on the enemy for you, but it has a life meter, and I guess you can only use it 3 times per stage. And then once in a while there will be a secondary stage, and you go through this space hangar type of area, and you shoot at enemies, and you can turn around and face enemies behind you, and you will definitely need to do that because the enemies can get past you, and if you let the enemies hit you enough, and they can really knock down your energy, you'll see that screen there, and you'll lose a life. On the other stages, you are one-hit kill, but you can use shields. And there's some sort of voice that you can't really understand what the hell they're saying half the time. But this game, I'd never seen it in arcades before. This was suggested by YouTube user Pepperman11. And we'll get started. You do not have your drone, or whatever it was called, transom, to begin with. And now I have it. You have to collect that particular item that says, I think it was L, I don't remember, but you see you have a meter on the left that's blue. Once it's blue, you can use one of your shields, and like I said, I think you have 3 per stage. You cannot use your shield in the hangar type of area. Be very careful. There will be these smaller enemies that will fly around you, and if you let them get past you without destroying them, they can shoot you from behind. Any enemy can shoot you from behind. Ooh, that was close. You see that yellow structure there? That means you're halfway through this stage. And that halfway area is the checkpoint. You can use that drone or transom or whatever it's called. There's a secondary button you can use, and it'll help you out when you press that button. There will be boss fights later on, and there are laser cannons above. Whoa. Sometimes you can't see enemies, but they can still shoot you off screen. And here I just went to the end, and that was the end of that stage. And now I go to one of the hangar scenes. You can hold down the fire button in either the tank stage or this stage, and you'll have rapid fire, which is very helpful. Now when you hear that noise, that means that there are enemies coming, and you have to destroy them. And you'll see little tiny red ticks just at the bottom of this little screen here, and that'll show you where the enemy is. And if you don't see it in front of you, turn around. There will be a secondary button that'll allow you to rotate. That secondary button that allows you to rotate, I think, is the same button that deploys the or that makes your transom help you out in the tank scenario. And you have rapid fire shooting in the tank scenario too. And that's the end of that stage. You just waste enough enemies, and then you'll be able to end the stage. You can push forward to speed up forward. The game will automatically move you forward in the hangar scene. But yeah, you want to, if you can, try to destroy those smaller enemies before they get behind you and shoot you from behind. Any enemy that you pass by can shoot you from behind until they're completely off screen, or that you've scrolled further enough forward that they're not going to be able to shoot at you from behind anymore. And there is one of the shields you can use. There is a secondary button that allows you to use a shield, only in the tank stage. And there's that yellow structure again that tells you that I'm halfway through the stage, and if I die, this is where I'm going to be put. But the shield only takes one hit, only absorbs one hit, and then it's gone. But again, if you have a shield remaining, and if you've got at least blue on your bar there on the left, then you can use another shield. Ah, crap. With those laser cannons, hug a wall, go to the far edge, and the laser cannon will not be able to reach you. If you're holding down the fire button for rapid fire, you can wiggle the joystick left and right. You'll be standing in place when you do your rapid fire. You can't move. But if you hold down the fire button and wiggle the joystick left and right, you can often hit targets that are hard to reach otherwise. But yeah, you can replenish your energy meter, both for your transom and for your shield, by picking up certain items. Yeah, that mini bosses are a piece of cake if you just fire from the right spot. You have to learn what the right spot is. This is where the game can start to get hard. Note that you have to destroy enemies that are not even on the island that you're on. They can be on another island, a neighboring island. I hate the enemies that shoot homing missiles at you, because if you scroll upwards, the missiles can be fired like right off the bat. And you might not have time to react. And I don't like these guys either. Look at all those little shots they fire at you. Ah, crap. Well, we didn't see the yellow structure on this stage, but there is still a halfway point that you'll appear on if you die and you've reached that spot or passed it. Yeah, those P icons will extend your the life bar of your shield or transom meter. I hate those missiles. They eject very quickly out of a lot of enemies. Crap! I hate those. You only get 3 initials to put in. That was Aurail. And I guess there were several different sets of Aurail. There, I got top score. But I will show you snippets of the rest of the game. I just decided not to continue at this point. But I guess the best set was set 3, and the other sets did not work, or I could not get them to work in the past. And once I found out that there was a set 3, what the hell does all that say? I can only understand game over. That's messed up looking. But that's Aurail, and we'll look at the rest of the levels, or snippets of them. I put on invincibility. As you can see, the homing missiles are trying to hit me, but they're not having any luck. Yeah, set 3 is the only one that works as far as I know, so if you want to play this game on MAME, use set 3. And note that the energy meter for my transom and shield goes down as the transom starts firing on the enemy. And there, now it's empty, so it can't be of any use anymore until I fill it back up with the P-lettered icons. And this is round 5. And we're back to the hangar sequence. You can pick up P icons in the hangar as well. You don't have to shoot those mine thingies. You can just avoid them. But these enemies, you definitely have to shoot them. But we'll just scoot forward to the next scene, or the next stage. Round 6. That's not something you could pick up, that little crater where I destroyed an enemy. It just blinks for a little while until another enemy appears. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this game. It's okay. I like the transom, and here's the boss of this stage. Those lasers would obviously take you out. You have to destroy each of these cannons. And again, experiment as to what a good angle is to take out enemies. And the boss isn't done yet. There's another form. Many bosses can just be a complete piece of cake if you can learn the right angle to stand and shoot from. Later on, there will be some levels that will, or some stages that will allow you to make your shots ricochet off walls, but not often. This game's basic rules can be kind of confusing. And we go to round 7. This might be the ricocheting level, or one of them. Yeah, you can make your bullets bounce off the screen, and that can be very useful on some enemies on this stage. And we'll scoot forward, and this is the guy you need to destroy. There, I made some shots ricochet and hit him. And you just need to get past where he was. And there's the end of that stage. And here's another hangar scene. Yeah, the English isn't particularly great with the voiceover. But yeah, look for those little red marks, and they'll tell you where there's an enemy. And if you don't see it in front of you, it might be behind you. And now we've got more ricocheting shots. You don't have to destroy every enemy. You just need to get to the end, and either just go through a little gateway at the end, or destroy a boss. And this is a boss, and it has a rotating shield. And again, if you yeah, like that, if you sit in the right place and shoot your shots at an angle from the right place, you can really cause some damage to the boss, possibly from a safe vantage point. Yeah, keep shooting me. You're not gonna hit me. You can get extra lives at certain point values. I don't know that this got any home ports. Might have. Again, kind of an interesting little backstory on the name of the company, Westone. I did know that Nishi is west, and that Ishi is stone, and there's the Westone amalgamated word. I know a little bit of Japanese, not a lot, but some. I plan to someday be fluent in it, and that day never happened. And there at the end of that stage, you just go through that little doorway. And here's another hangar scenario. Good ruck. We'll just scoot forward because they all look the same when you end a hangar scenario. Hope you're having a good week. I'm having a pretty good week. I'm really happy that I got all my windows replaced in my house. They look fantastic. I'm gonna pay the guy tomorrow. Now, note those missiles falling. They are being fired from a boss, and there's the boss. I hate when you can't see the enemy that's firing at you. That happens sometimes. I think that's cool that the explosions where missiles fell leave a mark on the ground. I think that's kind of cool. But again, remember that you have rapid-fire shots with both your tank and your ship in the hangar. There are a total of 16 rounds, and then there's an ending. And we'll look at snippets, at least, of the rest of the rounds. I just wanted to show you some of the other enemies, some of the parts of the remaining stages. Here you have to defeat 2 of those dragon things, and each one you defeat opens up half of the door to get out of here. See? And you have to defeat both. Yeah, this kind of reminds me of Assault, an earlier tank warfare game, or at least the tank scenarios. Really hard frickin' game. And now we're gonna scoot forward to the final round. And this has gateways that take you to a different place. Take you to a hangar scenario, and we'll get to that in a minute here. See these little things? I think that either one will take you to the same place. I just went to the left one, and that'll take me to a hangar scenario. Good ruck. And again, the shield doesn't work in this stage, and you do not have to shoot those mine things. But these guys, yes you do, and some of them will shoot at you. But once you beat that, then you go here, and you'll go forward, and there are a couple more gateways that you can go into. Oh, a few more. And again, I think they all lead you to the same place. And this one will take you to another hangar scenario. I think the hangar scenarios are kind of lame compared to the tank-like scenarios. And once you beat that, you go here. Then you need to go forward a ways. Some of these guys have 3 parts that you need to destroy one at a time. And again, that meter on the left, when it's blue, you can use a shield or you can use a transom. I like the idea of the transom, the robot helper thing that can fire on the enemy. And again, as it does fire on the enemy, it will drain that meter. Go up here. And we will face a boss. And this will not be the final boss. There will be one more boss after this. And we will go to what appears to be the moon, I think, after this. And that transom is really helping me there. Hope you plan on getting your taxes done sometime before terribly much longer. I just got mine done tonight. And now we go... Oh, nope. Here's another boss. But there will be one more boss after this. Not sure what the hell that is. Oh, no, I guess I didn't have to face that boss. Now this is the last boss, and it looks like we're on the moon or something. And you have to destroy, like, each engine. Just keep destroying its parts. The ship will start moving around. Eventually you'll see like basically the head or whatever of the ship, and then once you destroy that, then the whole thing is destroyed. Yeah, this game's alright, I guess. There's some things I like about it. There's other things I don't really like about it. I don't like that some aspects are kind of confusing, and I don't like that some enemies can shoot at you really fast or fire projectiles at you very quickly that you might not be ready for. And eventually I'll be able to shoot that green thing and destroy the ship. If you can't shoot the green thing yet, start shooting other cannons or whatever. And now you get a little bit of help. This is kind of cool. Some allies appear and start shooting at the enemy for you. That's kind of neat. And it can't hurt the allies, I guess. Alright. Thanks, guys. That's kind of cool. And get a handsome bonus for completing the game. All 16 stages. And now we get an ending sequence. Now, I really don't know the backstory of this game, I'm sorry. And I guess that is some queen or something of this desert type of world that you do the tank sequences in. Oh no, Aurail, I guess, is the city. I don't know, I don't care. There's some bad Inkrish in this part here. My mission has completed great work. I don't understand the real intention of his action, but I'm sure that the war to something. Yeah, there's some really bad English and some poor sentence structuring. And now we get the ending credits. But that was Aurail. Aurail? I'm not sure how it's pronounced. By a company called Westone, and licensed to Sega in 1990. And again, there may have been some home ports that I don't know of. I'm not enamored with this game. But this was suggested by YouTube user Pepperman11, or Pepperman011. I'm still taking requests. I've got a bunch written down that I'm trying to get to. I'll try to get some halfway decent gameplay from each game that you suggest. If a game doesn't work or MAME is missing files for it or something, I'll try to let you know. And sorry, I gave it a try. Sometimes it doesn't work, but suggest a different game if it doesn't work, and I'll give that one a shot. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Don't work too hard. Take solace that there's only a couple more days left before the weekend. Hope you get some nice tax returns. I didn't get nearly as much as I've gotten in the past. I guess some people have had to owe big this month, or this year. Fortunately, I don't owe. As far as I know, my taxes are. I did my taxes, and it looks like I'm getting $1,000 back, or right around there, which is about half of what I got last year. All the windows that I got put into my house, the new windows, maybe I can get some tax breaks off of them for next year's taxes. We'll see. But that was Aurail by Westone and Sega in 1990. And yes, it's pronounced Westone, not West One. The end. But yeah, there's 16 stages. I think the hangar scenarios are kind of lame. I'm not a fan of them. This game's alright. Put in my initials. Well, that is Aurail by Westone and Sega 1990. I can't read any of that other than game over. But that was, here's you dying on the hangar scenario. Just the screen goes snowy. But that was Aurail by Westone and Sega in 1990. Well, I thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great weekend in a few days. I will catch you later with another video in the future. Take it easy, everybody. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.